Let's get started. First, you want to create a new document. I'm using 27 by 40 inches. Feel free to use anything else. Now, I already have my text copied, so all I have to do is paste it. And once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and break it up into different lines of text. And I'm going to go ahead and change the typeface or the font. I'm trying to go for something sporty looking or athletic looking, so I decided on Rift Demi Italic. Now I'm going to reduce the leading here, resize it so it fits my artboard a little bit better, and resize it even further and reduce the leading even further. As you can see, I made some other adjustments there. Now I'm noticing here that I want to do a play on the slant. If you see the G and the T, it looks like they're almost starting on the same slanted axis. So my initial thought first is to increase the paragraph indentation, but instead what I'm going to do is grab my line tool, make a line from the eye, and have all of my text start there. To make a guide, press Command 5. Which is exactly what I do with my line here. Now I can go in there and make sure they all start on the same axis line, and that makes it a lot easier to view. And if you can't see this panel, just go up to Window, Paragraph. Now that I have done this, it looks like there's some weird spacing going on here. So in order to avoid that, I'm just going to make my text bigger than my artboard. And I'm going for the sort of cutout look effect. So now I'm going to create a rectangle that's the size of my artboard, and I'm going to make a clipping mask by selecting both, right clicking, and hit Make Clipping Mask. Now I can save this, and my next step is to go ahead and open it up in Photoshop. So here I am in Photoshop. I made the exact same dimensions and I placed my Illustrator file in there. Now I'm going to just increase the size just slightly here. And this is where the fun begins. First, I'm going to double click my layer. I'm going to take off all of the channels except for the R channel or the G channel. I'm going to duplicate it, double click. This time I'm going to select my R channel only, duplicate it, hitting Command J, double click, and this time I'm going to hit the B only. Now with my arrow keys, I'm slightly moving it to the left and to the right, and that gives us this pretty neat glitch effect that you have on the screen. It's kind of hard to look at with bare eyes. I'm going to select all of them by holding shift, and I'm going to group them, and I'm going to duplicate my group hitting Command J. Now I'm going to save this just to have a copy, just to be safe. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to create a new document with the exact same parameters, and I'm going to place my previous document. Now I'm going to add some noise, and I just want to add a little bit of noise, and I'm going to choose Gaussian. Now I'm going up to filter, distort. I'm going to add a wave effect. I'm going to randomize it. I'm going to hit sign or scene, and I'm going to click OK. This gives us that texture on the outside. Now go to 3D, new mesh from layer, depth map 2, and click on plane. Now this is really intensive for the computer, so this might take a while depending on yours. And as you can see, we have this cool looking 3D effect. I'm going to change the style to unit texture. And I'm going to go ahead and start rotating my text there. And at this point, it's just a matter of playing around to see what you like. And I'm going to go ahead and push it this way just a little bit further. I'm kind of liking this angle. To get out of 3D mode, deselect that layer. If you select that layer, you're going to go back into 3D mode. So unless you want to further edit your 3D mode, then click on that layer. In this case, I made a duplicate of my text, and I'm going to rasterize this. Just makes it easier to resize. And I'm going to resize now. And reposition just a little bit. And there you have it. That's how you get this cool 3D effect on the text.